So after watching this film, I've got a really big crush on Sebastian Stan, but I do prefer him with the moustache. Yeah, that's the end of my review. Just kidding, guys. No, yeah, I am doing a review of Tonya, as you could see. But I watched this. I know it came out in the UK, in the US, ages ago. But it's coming out in the UK soon. And because I've got a Cineworld Unlimited card, I got to see it before it came out properly. So I am going to give you my recap on what I loved about this film. Because honestly, I loved this film. It is... mwah, I just loved it. So first off, this is based on a true story of Tonya Harding. She was a figure skater and she went to the Olympics with the US team, I think, as well. Well, no, yeah, US team. And this follows her life, and not all of her life. You see at the start, like a childhood, and the child actor in this, I don't know her name, but honestly, she stood out for me. It's a very, very good actress, and I can't wait to see what she does in more, because I do think they're going to pick her up because she is quite good. But they focus on her childhood a little bit, and then they go into like the proper stuff. And throughout they have like fourth wall breaks. You get clips of them, almost like they're rewatching. It's almost like an interview, and they're showing like what happened, and they cut back to like the real world. So it's a non-linear structure in that sense, and I really, really loved it. Now, I knew nothing about Tonya Harding at all until this film came out. I wasn't interested enough to go and look into it. I watched I think Screen Junkie's review on this, and they were saying a little bit about Tonya Harding. So I knew a little bit going in about what she was. Obviously she was a figure skater, but I didn't know so much about the whole thing with the incident. So actually watching this made me kind of intrigued on who Tonya Harding was, and it kind of made me delve deeper into the actual Tonya Harding. So the cast in this I loved. Now I'm going to read these off because I can't remember from the top of my head. But you've got Margot Robbie, of course, the only reason why I went to this film. Sebastian Stan, my new husband one day. Alison Janney. You've got who played the mother, and I love her. Paul Walter Hauser, I think, who plays Sean. Oh my god, I have never seen him in anything else other than this, but he's so funny. I was watching this and I was just laughing. His whole mannerism, him saying the lines, you believe that he thought he was this kind of person. And McKenna Grace, now that was the girl I was just talking about before, who was amazing, who played young Tonya Harding. Then you got Julia Nicholson, who played Diane, and you've got some more other people around. But I quite like this cast, and I understand why Alison Janney and Margot Robbie have been been nominated for these awards. However, I do think also Sebastian Stan was really good in this, and this is not just me being biased, but he rocked that moustache. Oh, it's so beautiful. But also he was very believable. Now, as for the film itself, it was beautiful, but I'm just weird like this. I thought this is like the filter that they put on it. I thought it was very retro and old-fashioned. I like how they did like the video interlogs with like with the characters and with Tonya and that. They would cut out from the story and they would be like, who would do that to a friend and stuff. I thought all of that was I just loved it. I was watching it and I was like, you really do feel like you're watching a documentary from that time. It very much felt 80s. I think it is around like the 80s, 90s era that this story was happening in. And I just thought that this was a very good choice. Now, I kind of dilemmaed on the fact of, at the start I was like, what if I don't like this film? And then 30 minutes into it, I loved this film. The fourth wall breaking, this is the bit that really got me. I loved it because you feel more invested into it. It's like Deadpool. When I'm watching Deadpool, I feel like I'm literally right next to him. and I feel like I'm invested and I'm going to kill people. That sounds bad. But I'm with Deadpool whilst he's doing all of this ferocious stuff because he's engaging me into it, and it's like I've been brought into that world. Now, fourth wall breaking, it comes from the stage basically, and we as the audience are the fourth wall technically, because if we had 4 walls on a stage, me and the audience, we can't see what's happening on stage. So the audience are like the metaphorical wall sort of thing, and when the person on the stage used to talk directly to us, it would be broken and we would feel them part of the stage. And now that's kind of accumulated on, I think that's the right word, I don't know, I can't English today, but it kind of like transferred that sort of technique onto film, and I think in film it's a very immersive way of doing that, and I thought also with this it really worked, and I just love it. It's like, now with most films now, especially because I'm doing film studies, I will start to try and like nitpick at different things. I would try and go, oh, establishing shot, that would mean that, and I can't really enjoy a film the same way. But with this film, I don't know what it was, but it was the first time in a long time I watched a film. I was just watching it and I was enjoying it. And I think that's why I loved it so much, because I could just switch off for a bit. And most mainstream films are meant to do that. I watched A Commuter and I was just nitpicking that film, but I think how they portrayed the characters and how they brought you into the story really increased how engaged you were. There was a man behind me who was having a fucking sorry, I swore. He was having a blast out there. Honestly, he was like laughing at the most tiniest of jokes. Now, I found it funny. I didn't find it funny like every little snippet thing. But it just shows, and there was another woman that started doing it, it shows that this film is amazing, and it's the first film I've laughed at for ages. I've watched comedies in the cinema that I'm just there like, haha. But this one, it made me belly laugh. I'm literally trying to hold in my laughs, and it just, that's the kind of cinema experience that I want as a spectator. I walk into a film and I want to feel happy, I want to feel sad, I want to have that preferred reading. But with this, I did have the preferred reading. I don't think it's because I was a passive audience. I'm trying to use like film theories now, spectatorships, I'm so sorry. But I wasn't being passive and just going, haha, I'll laugh at it because I really love Margot Robbie films. I was engaged in it, that I was an active audience member. So anyway guys, that is my review. I'm so sorry, it's probably not the greatest. I know that I should do scripts for my films, but to be fair, I like to talk from the heart, and I know that talking from the heart rambles a little bit and I go off on like a tangent sometimes, but hey, it's just what springs into this little tiny brain that I have here. But I will start trying to do more structured videos, but with my reviews I kind of just want to sit down and talk to you guys. I do have bullet points on my iPad sometimes that I do refer to, but mainly I just like to talk from the top of my head and kind of show you how passionate and how I'm thinking, because if I do read it I think I'll just be like, and this said that and this, and I just won't have the same energy because I like to have energy. But the film that the video, I keep saying film, the video that is coming out, that I said was coming out last week, is coming out soon this week. I'm going to film it tomorrow and hopefully it'll come out, and it's going to be like sort of like a monthly video that I'm going to do, and a new series that I'm going to hopefully try and keep up depending on how much college work I have, because essays are coming in and they're coming in quick. But anyway guys, I will see you there soon before I carry on rambling, and I'm just going to leave you on a beautiful note of, well, hopefully if I can get the picture, of Sebastian Stan's face. So hopefully it should be somewhere around this like area, but if it's not, I'm sorry, and bye.